Later, Kureha joined us and we all had dinner together. It had been ages since I had Aoi's home cooking. The appearance was the same as ever, but it was nostalgic and delicious. Most importantly, it was great that it wasn't a potato dish. This led into an after-meal drink, and then Kureha gave a certain something to Aoi.
少し汚くなったが、元よりこいつの顔は汚いから別に平気だろ。
With that, Kureha handed Aoi the palm-sized doll from her bag. She had done repairs, but it was still pretty beat up. Even so, it was a boy doll. Who could it have been modeled after?
このお人形、よく見るとお兄ちゃんに似てるね。
Huh? Did you model that doll after me?
まあな、葵には気を使わせてばかりだし、そいつがあれば寂しさも紛れるかと思って。とにかく受け取れ。うん、ありがとう。いつも胸ポケットに入れて大事にするね。
Kureha saw Aoi take the doll with a smile, which practically spanned the entire width of her face, and scratched her cheek. She was feeling shy, no doubt.
古来より人形は人の身代わりとして使われてきた。葵に何かあったら、その時は人形が盾になってくれるだろう。身代わりがこいつなら両親も痛まない。安心と信頼のスケープドールだ。
Try and be a little hurt by it, right, Aoi-tan?
そうだよ。お兄ちゃんが身代わりになるなんてダメだよ。やるならせめて保険金を。ああ、やっぱりなんでもない。お兄ちゃん大好き。
Hey, what's with the forced profession of love? You're gonna make me cry. Despite my jokes, it wouldn't be awful if it was my doll that saved Aoi. In fact, it ought to be me. If the scapegoat were of Kureha, even if it was a doll, it'd still leave a bad taste in my mouth. By the way, you don't have any present for me?
あるわけないだろ。マナーよく考えてから喋れと小学校で習わなかったか？
Yes, I'm sorry. Kureha-san was certainly as strict as ever. Boo-hoo.
あれ？お人形の頭の部分、ザラザラいってるよ。ああ、綿が高かったから星の砂を詰めたんだ。いざという時は足に紐をつけて振り回せば武器になるだろう。
Stop! Appreciate me more!
ねえ、クーちゃん。私もこういうの作れるかな？教えてやろうか。いいの？うん。暇な時にな。ありがとう。でも私、ものすごい不器用だよ。安心しろ。私も子供の頃は裁縫が下手だった。きちんと基礎を学べば葵もきっと上手くなる。うん、そうだよね。ありがとう、クーちゃん。ひっつくな。暑苦しいだろ。くーにゃーん。くーにゃん言うな。
Aoi wrapped her arms around Kureha's shoulders and rubbed against her cheek. Kureha tried, rather desperately I might add, to tear her away. Seeing their comedy skit really made it feel like we were back to our normal selves.
それにしても本当にこのお人形よくできてるね。髪型とか目元とか本物そっくりだよ。くーちゃん、お兄ちゃんのことよく見てるんだね。それは。
Ah, now I get it. This was why you were staring at my face in the middle of the night. You weren't just fixing my pants, but making this doll at the same time.
もしかして起きてたのか？
Yeah, I noticed the noise. Even if I had been asleep, I'm pretty sure anyone would wake up if someone suddenly brushed their hair.
へえ、そんなことがあったんだ。やっぱり二人はラブラブだね。違う、そんなんじゃない。またまた、恋人同士なんだから照れることないのに。
Kureha's face turned red and she went silent. She was adorable when she looked so troubled too. After what, we said goodbye to Aoi and decided to head back to the plum dorm. Going home from my room to someone else's was a strange sensation, but not a bad one. Yesterday she had essentially mentioned she had quit monitoring me, but I wasn't about to point it out. I wanted to be with her more.
なあ、今のうちに一つだけ誤解を解いておきたいことがあるんだが。
What is it?
母さんのことだ。
Your mom, huh? That was a topic neither I nor Aoi dared to bring up. According to Dazai, Kureha's mom had run away with another man, but...
あいつは母さんを悪く言っていたが、あんなのはデタラメだ。
Yeah, I know. Remember what you told me before? That your mom and dad were super close. You had such a wonderful look on your face when you talked about them, so I knew she was lying. I trust you.
私を信じるか。だが、あいつの語った話は全部が全部嘘というわけではない。
What do you mean?
あいつが言っていたように、父さんは母さんのために借金をしたんだ。もちろん愛を得るためじゃない。むしろ愛を守るためだった。母さんは生まれつき体が弱くてな。子供の頃から病室で暮らしていたそうなんだ。母さんのいた病院は土蜘蛛の息がかかっていて、父さんもよくその病院の世話になっていたらしい。偶然かナンパかは知らないが、二人はそこで出会い、やがて結婚して私が生まれた。大恋愛だったそうだ。
Wow, that's an awfully romantic story.
だろ？私もこの話が大好きだ。病弱な恋人のもとに毎日通い続ける男。だが、その男は任務で明日の命も危うい身。いつ別れが来るかもわからない生活の中で、見事恋を成就させて子供を設ける。見事なハッピーエンドだ。だが、物語はそこで終わらなかった。現実はおとぎ話とは違う。死ぬまで続きが用意されている。10年前に起きた宮島での大戦。その戦いで土蜘蛛は壊滅し、父さんは天の巻を持って島から脱出した。同時に母さんがいた病院も引き払われ、お互い真っ当な職に就くこともできず、5年間食うや食わずの逃亡生活を余儀なくされた。そんな生活に体の弱い母さんが耐えられるはずもなく、大きな病にかかって、そのまま。
That's what happened? Then that comb.
死の間際に母さんの手から渡されたものだ。母さんは私の髪をすくのが好きでな。よく髪が綺麗だと褒めてくれて。
Kureha.
母さんが倒れた時、父さんはあらゆる手を使って母さんを助けようとした。かろうじて機能していた土蜘蛛のネットワークを利用して何人もの闇医者に手術を頼み、その度に莫大な治療費を請求された。だが結局母さんは助からなかった。後に残ったのは多額の借金と育ち盛りの娘だけ。それから父さんは男手一つで私を育てながら借金返済のために働いた。素性を隠すために籍や経歴を偽って。特に母さんは大竹丸の血を引いているからな。御三家に存在が悟られないようありもしない話をでっち上げたりもした。
That's why stories about mom being an escort or her disappearing with another man became a thing.
あいつらが脚色した部分もあるが、火のないところに煙は立たない。話の根は私たちが埋めたものだ。だから言い返せるはずもない。母さんを怪我したのは 私たち自身なんだから。
Kureha.
その後父さんは借金取りに連れて行かれ、一人残された私は知り合いの老夫婦に保護者になってもらった。あの人たちのおかげで普通の学校に通うこともできた。今でも感謝している。太宰と出会ったのはそのあたりだ。両親がいなくてネクラな私はあいつらにとって格好の餌だったんだろう。だが私は耐えた。耐え続ければいつか父さんが助けに来てくれるんじゃないかという淡い期待もあった。だけど現実はそう甘くない。いつまでたっても父さんは助けに来てくれなかった。だから逆に私が父さんを助けようと思った。父さんと一緒ならこんな惨めな思いをせず笑って暮らせるだろうと思ったから。その後お前にも話したな。3年前怪盗裏が世間で話題になると同時にまとまった金と手紙が届くようになって。
You assumed Phantom Thief Ura might be your old man and appeared on Miyajima as a fake Ura.
そういうことだ。今考えると私もバカだな。裏が父さんなはずない。もし父さんが裏だったら真っ先に私に会いに来てくれるはずだから。くれるよな。
Of course, children are the greatest treasure of all. If your old man really did call himself Ura, his first mission would have been to come steal away his greatest treasure.
そうだよな。そうだ。父さんはそういう人だ。
Kureha's eyes wavered for an instant, but my words seemed to have encouraged her. I knew it was only temporary peace of mind, but kind words were sometimes necessary. Especially on nights like these where you couldn't process your feelings and your heart wavered to and fro.
私は今も2人を尊敬している。父さんは誰よりもかっこよかったし、母さんは誰よりも優しい人だった。それは私が一番よく知っている。だから何を言われても平気だ。私の中にいる2人は決して揺るがない。ただお前に誤解されたままというのはどうしても落ち着かない。だから。
In that case, don't worry. Remember what I said earlier? I trust what you say.
そうか。それならいいんだ。
At that moment, Kureha's expression softened and her shoulders relaxed. Then she took what resembled a cell phone slot case out of her pocket.
これもお母さんの形見でな。無限針という名前の秘宝だ。ケースの中に様々な種類の針が収められていて、いくら投げても数が減らない優れものだ。
Ah, so that's where her needles came from.
無限針と父さんからの教え、その2つを使って私は父さんを助ける。子供の頃のようにただ震えてるだけなんてまっぴらごめんだから。
Kureha. Kureha's will was firm. Hearing all she had to say only made that more clear to me. It also made me realize how lonely Kureha must have been. Her desire to rescue her old man may also have been in part because she didn't want to be alone. But all alone, I didn't really think she was.
無駄に長話をしてしまったな。とんだ寄り道になったが、明日から調査再開だ。
You haven't worked through any of the texts you brought home with you?
それはまったく。
I see. From the looks of things, you had bigger problems to deal with. Getting my advice was the right call.
実に不本意だが、今回はお前に借りを作ってしまったな。
If you feel that way, would you repay the debt for me right now?
なんだ、エロか、エロいことなのか。
Idiot, it's not. The next time you're in trouble, Promise you will come talk to me straight away. Do that and we'll consider this whole thing even.
仕方ないな。
Kureha reluctantly agreed to my proposal. I assumed she might be opposed, but she seemed to feel she owed me a lot for this whole incident. Okay then, looking forward to working with you, Ku Meow.
変な笑みを浮かべるな。
Kureha faced away from me as she spoke, but her cheeks were dyed such a deep red that I could tell even in the moonlight. We briefly dropped by "I want you," returned to Kureha's room, and immediately went to bed. At the moment, Kureha was the only one who was actually asleep. All I managed to do was toss and turn, then stare listlessly up at the moon. I couldn't sleep and was having to process a lot of information all at once. Kureha's father had taken on a significant amount of debt in order to save her sickly mother, and now Kureha was trying to get her hands on the mallet to rescue her old man. Knowing all that, I couldn't possibly condemn her for it. I had caused a number of problems for the three great families as the Phantom Thief Ura in order to help people, and I stood by everything I'd done. Kureha was exactly the same way. She'd find the mallet and help out her dad. As far as she was concerned, that reasoning alone was just. However, Kureha had told me something before. She admitted to feeling uneasy and continued along her current path because she felt like there was no other option. Kureha might still be uncertain if that was how she truly felt. If there was some other method to saving her old man, Kureha might choose that path, albeit with some hesitation. Then again, Kureha was the only one who could make that call. Others may falter, but they had no right to make that decision for her. I see. Was that why she ignored everything I said? Kureha needed to choose her own path, so that only made sense. In which case, what I should do next was...
なあ、まだ起きてるか?
Just then, Kureha spoke to me from the other side of the Berlin Wall, set up in the middle of the room. Oh. Kureha climbed on top of her pillow, then gazed at me as she lay down. I mimicked her gesture and gazed back at her. What's up? I thought you were asleep.
お前こそ眠ってたんじゃないのか?
I was just doing some thinking.
そうか。
You?
私は
Kureha evasively buried her chin into her pillow, but before long she raised her head, looking like she'd made her mind up, and gazed back at me once more.
なあ、あの場で口走ってたことは、あれは本当か。私をどうこうって。
Oh, the stuff I said to Dazai? I meant every last word. You know I'm not the type to lie, right?
そうだったな。じゃあ、私は
Yeah, you work hard and are a great person who cares about other people, no matter what anyone else says. That's how I feel about you. Oh crap, actually, there was one thing I lied about.
どの辺だ。私はやっぱりポンコツなのか。
Not that. I blurted out that you were my girlfriend.
あれか。あれは私も驚いた。お前、嘘をつけないんじゃなくて、嘘をつかないだけなんだな。
I guess so. It's not like my tongue's going to fall out if I tell a lie or anything. I just try my hardest not to lie whenever possible. Still, it is true that my stomach hurts like crazy whenever I do lie. It's like I make myself sick when I do.
今は
Huh?
今はどうだ?
Strangely enough, I don't feel awful.
そっか。嬉しい。
Huh?
いいよ。なんでもない。
Really?
そうだ。
Kureha and I both looked away from each other and fell silent. I bet both of our cheeks were bright red. After thinking it over calmly, had I said something outrageously embarrassing? But oddly, I felt completely reinvigorated. Hey Kureha, you're not a hopeless person, okay? No matter what anyone else says, I know that. You may not like it, but I've taken a liking to you. I want to keep helping you and support you however I can. Please understand that at the very least. No reply, huh? I was certain she hadn't fallen asleep yet, so she definitely heard me. There was more I wanted to say, but the rift between us may grow larger if I elaborated further. That was probably enough for today.
なあ。
Hmm? I assumed that was how it would end, but Kureha spoke to me again. She looked like a spoiled kitten as she gazed up at me from her pillow.
一つだけお願いがあるんだけど。聞いてくれるか。
What is it? Go ahead.
その、今さら浦部先輩って呼ぶのってなんか堅苦しいだろ。嘘とはいえ私たちは恋人同士なわけだし。だからその、これからは名前で呼んでいい？
My first name?
ダメ？
No, it's fine. That would make me happier too.
じゃあ、ケイスケ。
Yeah.
ケイスケ。ケイスケ。ケイスケ。ケイスケ。ケイスケ。
Idiot, don't say my name over and over again like that. It's embarrassing.
じゃあ呼ぶのやめる。やっぱりお前は変態のままだ。
Actually, I wish you wouldn't. You can say my name as much as you want.
うん。ケイスケ。ケイスケ。ケイスケ。
Ah. Why did she keep saying my name like that? It was making me incredibly self-conscious.
ようやく慣れてきたぞ。やっぱり名前で呼んだ方がしっくりくるな。
You could have called me that from the start, you know.
そんなことできるか？相手を下の名前で呼ぶのはとても大事なことなんだぞ。そういうのは大切な人のために取っておくものだし。
People special to you.
いや、この場合は大切な下僕。そう、小槌を手に入れる上での大事なパートナーという意味だ。
Does that mean you've at least acknowledged me as your partner?
まあ、それなりに役に立ってるしな。私もお前を認めざるを得ない。
I see. Thanks, Ku Meow.
ふうにゃ言うな。ちゃんとクレハって呼んでくれなきゃ。
Oh.
急に顔赤くしてどうした？
Oh, you're just super cute right now.
かわいいって私が？
Yeah, not like there's anyone else here, is there?
それはそうだが。
Oh my, blushing? Whatever will we do with you, Kureha Dono?
バカ、からかうんじゃない。
Kureha insulted me and buried her head into her pillow to hide her rosy cheeks. Then she raised her head and looked toward me once again.
ねえケイスケ
Yeah?
今日は本当にありがとう優しくしてくれて嬉しかったよ
Huh? Did you just thank me?
それだけだ私はもう寝るぞ
With that, she covered herself in her futon, head and all, and ran from my gaze. When I imagined her blushing under the covers, it was nothing short of exhilarating. Thanks, huh? I never would have believed the day Kureha would express gratitude to me in her own words would come. It made me happy. No, elated. I couldn't help but grin from ear to ear.
ケイスケ
Yeah?
なんでもない呼んでみただけ
Is that right?
そうなんだ
It went quiet once again. A touchy mood hung in the air, almost as if it were anticipating more, but was too afraid to act on it. A man and a woman under the same roof. At least for today, this was a mutual loss by default.